got the results in from the residue from the Cronenberg hypodermics.
Why are some of the needles yellow and others blue?
Well, it seems that some of them have a chemical that turns blue in contact with blood. It's incurable. Anyway, whatever. Some kind of chloride. It's a neuromuscular blocking agent used in surgery.
Yeah, also in poison arrows. It's curare, John. Welcome to the jungle.
Morning.
Morning, sir. Hi, boss.
We just landed a full-scale national security flap, so heads up and I'll tell you how we got there. 2 years ago, Dr. Lawrence Chapin disappeared from his home in Huntsville. Same MO as yesterday. Dr. Chapin was a hearing specialist of national reputation. Like his friend Carl Cronenberg, they both had high security clearance.
I started the background you asked for in the Cronenberg case this morning. Chapin and Cronenberg worked together on 3 top federal cases in 6 years. Space flight research with defense spin-offs. Chapin also has a degree in engineering and ran a lab.
Let's go back there, have another look.
All right, I'll set it up.
Now, I worked the case for about a minute. I looked into the security angle and I didn't find anything.
2 friends, doctors, vanished nearly 2 years apart. No bodies. That's kind of creepy.
Your friend from yesterday.
Barbara Chapin, his wife. Of course, we gave her a look, but she checked out. She was visiting her parents in Oregon.
What's Barbara Chapin doing in Atlanta?
Well, the Atlanta Bureau was handling the kidnapping. She lived it night and day. Felt cut off in Huntsville, so she moved here. Another tantalizing angle I never got to explore. 46 love letters we found in Chapin's office. No signature. We thought it might lead to a romantic abduction, but they led nowhere. Still, it might tie into the possibility Sam raised, that the abductor is a woman. Sam, have a look at these.
Thanks.
So there's no match on either house.
Few smudged prints on the paper, nothing we could match.
Look at this. The needles form a pattern. Not all of them, just ones in blue. The ones with curare. Look, Chapin and Cronenberg, same thing. Sort of reminds me of a tattoo. The victims are being marked with a symbol. It must mean something to the kidnapper.
Isn't it backwards? I mean, it would make the reverse on the bodies. Some kind of mirror image.
Yeah.
I'll get research on it. Okay, the average kidnapping turns into murder after 48 hours. We've already had 21. We're on the clock.
And when did you move to it?
You hear that? That's the sound that a radio or TV makes when it's not tuned to a station. It's called white noise.
What's the connection?
Well, I went back and I reread the police report from the Chapin abduction. Now, they found cigarette butts in the bathroom sink. So the abductor waited in a back room, just like at the Cronenberg house. And look at this. See that black smear on the edge of the tub? It's cigarette ash. So the tub was wet.
Shower. He was using the shower to create white noise.
Exactly. Just like the TV in Cronenberg's den. The kidnapper needs white noise.
So let's say he's psychotic. He hears things, voices. He uses the white noise to drown them out.
Well, I thought about that, but it just didn't feel right. So I went back and I found that white noise is also used to treat people who suffer from tinnitus.
It's got to be more than just the ringing in the ears, sir.
Well, maybe not. I mean, chronic tinnitus has driven people crazy, even to the point of suicide. White noise is one of the few things that masks it.
Chapin's specialty.
Hearing loss and deafness. He would have been an expert on tinnitus. So that's our connection.
And the connection to what? First an ear doctor, now a heart surgeon. Why is somebody kidnapping doctors?
I would have come to your office, Bailey, but thank you.
We think the kidnappings are linked to your husband's work with tinnitus. Any ideas?
It's funny, all these months we've always talked about him as the case.
Well, that's how it usually goes. Work gets kind of impersonal. Almost needs to be.
We've never talked about ourselves.
Seems like I know a lot about you.
That's because you've got a file on me.
That's true. Okay, fire away.
Well, I already know you're very devoted to your job. But what does your family do without you?
My family does very well without me. Or so I'm told.
You split up. Well, it's her loss. You have any kids?
2 daughters. They're in Baltimore.
Lawrence and I never did get around to children. What are their names?
Ariana and Francis.
I'm trying to cross-reference Cronenberg's patient list. Good news is we have access to Chapin's lab this morning.
Something's wrong. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe it's not tinnitus.
Are you back to my voices in the head theory?
Well, I don't know. I mean, but if you've got tinnitus and white noise helps, why wouldn't you buy something like a little portable radio? That way you could listen to the static over the earphones.
Yeah, you don't need to go around turning on TVs and showers.
Right. So maybe you don't have an actual medical problem. Maybe it is just a mental one.
An hallucination.
Yeah, but you refuse to believe that, so the white noise gets to be like a ritual. It comforts you even though the tinnitus is an illusion. It's all in your head.
Psychotic.
Yes, but it isn't erratic. I mean, you're sitting there smoking, patiently waiting for your prey. That's very controlled. So this person thinks that the white noise will help, but it can't.
We should take a look at regional sanatoriums, mental institutions.
Yeah, we should check for anybody who has a history of, I don't know, call it a hypochondriac sound fantasy.
Is that a real thing?
Just go with it. You know, somebody who thinks that they have chronic tinnitus. You know, they have drugs for auditory illusions.
Let's run a list of users, John.